It's Sunday evening and I am at Apple Green on the N4, which is the road to Dublin. I have a pretty exciting collaboration this evening. I am speaking to Clisare, Claire Cullen, who's one of Ireland's foremost YouTubers, and she's going to be on my podcast. So I'll be sharing that with you over the next week or so. But more importantly, she's also going to be chatting to me on her Storytime podcast, which I will link to in the channel below. It's really cool. She talks to some pretty interesting people, mostly YouTubers, and they just tell stories about interesting things. So we're going to be talking about my cycling trip and I suppose the reasons behind it and some of the funny and interesting incidents that happened along the way. I will give you the links below to her channel. You can subscribe to that, and I'll also give you the link to the actual episode once it shows up on her channel, if it hasn't already done so. So yeah, I'm quite excited about it. It's my first major collaboration, and I'm quite happy with the caliber. Clisare is someone I've been aware of since she had a bit of a viral hit a few years ago. 1.6 million people or so watched her Stuff Irish Girls Say, but it wasn't the word stuff, it was something else, begins with S. So Stuff Irish Girls Say, and she chatted about that. Or she's going to be chatting about that to me later on, but I've been kind of keeping an eye on her. She's quite funny. She's quite abrupt, which is I quite like. She takes no rubbish from anybody, and she says it as she sees it. And I like her content. She's one of the people on YouTube that I actually quite enjoy. I quite enjoy watching. So I look forward to meeting her. I did meet her briefly at CrackCon, which is a YouTube convention in UCD either last year or the year before. I can't remember. Had a really quick conversation, but yeah, we've been chatting on and off online for a long time. So it's kind of cool to actually finally be meeting up with her face to face and having a pretty in-depth chat about both of our journeys, my journey on her channel and her journey to where she is in her YouTube career on my channel.
What's up, Clisare?
What's the security code and your no, so jump forward a couple of hours and I have finished. We ended up in about 3 hours with Claire. We recorded one episode of her podcast and one episode of mine, which you'll be able to listen to later in the week. And really good night. Learnt loads, which was good, both on and off camera, which is really, really fun. And yeah, quite an interesting first collaboration with an actual YouTuber, which was kind of cool. I suppose it's a collaboration of sorts. It's two. We interviewed each other and I think it was a fun evening, and of course everything that could go wrong went wrong. I left home, spent about an hour packing everything I needed to shoot the whole thing, and then I left my camera bag. Luckily I had enough stuff with me that I managed to make it by without, but really stupid. I'm forever doing that sort of stuff. Anyway, I'm back at Apple Green here in Enfield on the way back down, stopping for pee break, and yeah, I thought they'd be a bit busier because of the All-Ireland final and the Galway crowd heading west, but it seems to be reasonably quiet. It's about 10:30 on Sunday evening, so expected it to be a lot busier than now. And the day we came home from when Mayo were playing, there was a lot more traffic here. So I'm going to pop in. I have to upload a video here because I probably won't get home before midnight to do it. And then toilet break and then back on the road. Just in the door from Dublin. And look who's here to greet me. My camera bag with all my camera equipment in it. Really, really clever. Going out the door to do a video interview with somebody and left my camera equipment at home. Thankfully, I did have backups. I had my GoPro and stuff with me, so did get a video shot. We'll see how it turns out. It's not as good as I would have liked, I don't think, but hopefully all will turn out okay in the end. Anyway, it's bedtime for me. I am shattered, and I'm going shopping with my dad in the morning. We have to go buy him a suit, or some version of a suit for an event that he has coming up. So, fun day. Actually looking forward to hanging out with my dad a bit. It'll be good fun. Talk to you in the morning.